Oh, Jen, that's a good one. How about the tangle that will melt pounds away? Or yeah, this is a yeah, a new way to yeah, to melt those pounds away because you'll just be so addicted to tangling you won't be able to, it keeps your hands busy. So you can't eat.
I can tell you right now that doesn't work.
No. If it did, I wouldn't have things to worry about. Okay, well, we have this is part two of our world premiere red carpet event for our Miss Debbi Minero, who all of a sudden, yeah, a different clickbait title came in. 100 year, no, 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 not 100-year old. But this she celebrated her 100th tangle that she created, and we wanted to celebrate it just even extra, and make as big a deal as possible. If I could have confetti, confetti. There's confetti. uh, yeah, I should have had streamers or something, hanging down from somewhere. But anyway, so we wanted to really, really celebrate Deb's amazing achievement, and we always love Deb's tangles anyway. But this is just extra special. So let me well, for those that I'll say gonna get serious now. Exactly. Recording has started. Check. I'm gonna share my screen as soon as I get this up. There we go. Okay. And so, if you are new to us, I will talk through the tangle. I will put the links in the chat, and I did a proper post for Mooka Pua, and Pua. I hope I'm pronouncing it close. It's what it looks like. It's Hawaiian for flower. So there is Deb's version, and then I always do my own version just because that's kind of how we were taught to do. And so let's look at this first. Gorgeous, of course, right? And so this starts off with I have to find a different word for frond because it's not accurate. Three mookas. We'll just call them mookas. Um, and then
Stems, maybe?
yeah,
Mooka stems.
yeah, I don't know because it's kind of it's just I'll have to do some more digging as to what would be a proper for name for that because I mean, and I think in our Zenthology they called it like Mooka evolved because it was I think on my quickie yesterday I showed it what it is technically, and then yes I did, right? Yeah, so right here, well you can't see that's what that's Rick's version of what it looks like, where it's wraps around itself. I think of it as like a tangle hug. um but these are just the pieces. But anyway, three of them in about the center of wherever you want it. Then just a shape, an amoeba type shape, however you want to draw something going around, and then um how about in between the stems if you can, and it's usually just a little dash, and then we're going to go around that again, kind of aura-ing it. Same thing, you want to go behind those mookas, and if you don't know, I'll show when we do. And then around the perimeter of the whole thing, a bunch of C-ish shaped curve lines. And what I love, I love it about all of Deb's work is Mooka statement. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, Joe. Um, is that it embodies it doesn't matter how you end up doing it because it's always going to look neat. And the fun we had last night with it, it just, yeah, it does just also prove it doesn't matter. And then in the center again, we'll put some little fescues, which are just little lines or curved lines with a dot or a small orb on the end. And actually, I just noticed, actually, and maybe on purpose or not, it doesn't matter. But I like some of them are open and some of them are filled in. I'm like, ooh, I just noticed that. So therefore,
And
that
it doesn't seem to matter how many or in
mm,
what direction either.
right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then here's a variation, which maybe I'll take that with me and I'll see if I can figure out what I'm going to do. Because as we were looking, it's like, yeah, if you want to do it so it looks like it's on the side, having the muka sticking out of one side where you don't have these versus my version, if you can look up above, where I had a different thought in mind, which was more on hollow bowing, and I'm going to see if I can continue it and have them kind of stuck together. I don't know. I gave up on it also just because it was kind of hard to see. That was my excuse. It's like, I'll work on it later. I'm not giving up on it. It wasn't good for demonstrating something. Oh, Leslie is here. We can begin now. Let me start over. But anyway, so you can see Deb's lovely work. And this was the one sample that she put with it. And the border is also neat. And so I thought, well, let's just throw that in as well for good measure. And that is Oz. And I'll have a proper post like that one tonight. I'm putting those link outs in the chat, those step outs in the chat, and then my version. And so if you want to add this one in, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It will be tomorrow's daily tangle, so you'll have a second chance to play with it. But this one is just nice because it's just a giant S-shaped curve line. And you can either have it be I don't know what you call that, very dramatic like this, or compact, or you can kind of stretch it out a little bit, and it looks neat both ways. And then you have a spiral, and then just know and I was doing the video, which you'll see tomorrow. The curve, the direction to start the spiral kind of goes in line with the top of this curve, so that way it's just a good way to remember it. So it's like, oh, I'm starting it this way, and then on the alternate ones they're going the opposite direction because of that. And then we just add some flux shapes in there, tucking into the little corners and having them hug around that spiral. Or I just noticed this extra variation that she has. You can put little hearts on there, add some orbs, some line dots, and there you go. This one, this this that's amazing that you did that. Look at how it looks like it was something else and then got squished. Like if I took something and just, moved it digitally, and it would just squish it and keep everything in perspective. That
What it
is an
look
amazing piece of
what
work
it
there.
looks like to me, Heather, when you work on print shop and you're doing a headline and you
Yeah,
you can change the size of it and then you squish it up really more than you want. But that,
right.
like you
Doesn't it
say,
look like
amazing.
and also I'm noticing right here what a neat way to end it. So if you didn't want to do a full, and where it's going across your page right here, she kind of ended it with the spiral. So that's neat. Because sometimes we do these and it's like, and the intent is for it to kind of continue. But anyway, so that's the fun we're gonna have. And oh, Inez, you're good. Oh, oh, well, our job then now, Inez, is to cheer you up. So there we go. It will help because we're gonna do beautiful flowers. Were you here? I don't know if you were here last night or not.
Yes, she was.
Were you?
I do
Okay.
believe. I do. Yes, because
Yes,
remember
you were.
her purple pencil went ugly, she said.
That's right. That's
And
right.
we said
And
no, it didn't.
right, we said, it's beautiful. That's right. And sending you hugs and prayers, Inez. All right. So let's get to having some fun. And again, those that might be new or new-ish to us, part of the fun is that we have is you get to do whatever you want. And so you can follow mom, you can follow me, or neither or both. Just let it be inspiration. This time I think I'm gonna leave room. Yeah, because I did this because it was a prep tile. And I'm like, oh, let me get this in the center. So then I was like, oh, I don't really have room for the vase. I was thinking I would maybe just do like one S and go with that. And now thinking of ending it and beginning it with a spiral. Yeah, could. But then I decided to do these streaks with the General's chalk pencil because I put the chalk around the outside because it just needed something to separate because the prep part was so bold.
It was so
And
scruffy.
yeah, so it was so preppy. And yeah, and then I was like, oh, and I don't know what struck me, but sometimes the brain just goes, and that's what I work towards with my Zentangle therapy, is just being able to, have a thought and just go, oh, I'm just gonna do it. And that turned out amazing. It was wispy lines with the pencil because it was just, to me, I was like going, oh, like, 100th tangle. All right, time for me to be serious. No, I'm just kidding.
That's next to impossible.
Exactly. Now I should. Hmm. Grabbed the white pen, so apparently I'm thinking to do this in white. Oh, and it'll show up better on here. Okay, so maybe if I don't do it so big, but I wanted to have it be the centerpiece, and then I'll see if I can fit the order of Zen around the outside. All right, so maybe if I start it down a little bit. Ah, and if you have never done Mooka, so it starts off, kind of a straight-ish line. It just depends on what you want to do. Coming up and around, and then I pretend like I'm going into a spiral, and I stop about there and do a 180 and come back, to the point. And then when I'm doing the regular Mooka, also that's just kind of how I end up doing it, so that way you get that neat bulby kind of look. And is that seeable, or should I need do I need to I guess it's seeable. Yeah, it is like a big comma. Well, that one's kind of in the center, so well, ish. And we'll do another one.
This is just a random question, but do
Yes.
you always have to have two going to the right and one to the left?
I would probably think not. You could probably have them all go in the same direction, or have two going to the left and one going to
Yeah.
the right. That would be my guess. Ooh. Okay. Now that I've cleaned my table off, I have room to make it a mess again. And making the line extra wiggly is kind of nice because when you put it behind the Mooka, it it doesn't matter. The hollabow effect. You can just kind of go with it. Oh, let's see. Oh, Deb says I do them different every time. Oh, oh, and thanks, Jojo said that. Yeah, my other one looked like spray paint. Yeah, I was going for the whole splat idea. Thank you. Um. Oh, so Joe, did you did the same? You did two right and one left. Well, no, I can redefine. I need not worry. So the challenge with the gel pen is I just did. I turned it funny, so I was only like getting the edge. Or it's apparently decided it wants to. You were new. Oh. Just needed a little coaxing. There we go. All right. Oh, I should probably do this out here. Oh, okay. Storm says Mooka used to be my nemesis. Aw, thanks, sweet. You just like it a little less. Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I never liked making it where it crisscrosses each other in a hug.
Oh, the
I never liked
unfurled.
that. Mm-mm.
Do you like it the infurled way?
No, I don't like it either way.
Agreed.
Will you do it in a car or in a or afar? Which
I wouldn't do it anyway.
and so these I sometimes call them C-ish shapes because I'm liking to kind of square them off a little bit. Well, and
I
then
don't
kind
like Mooka because it looks like small sperm.
of
That's not a good
Sorry.
reason. It's a reason. Oh, Heather's got many petals, or many,
yes,
it's not really individual petals, but
right.
things.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, because I have all these colors. I need to use them. And the other thing I love about this is you can go out of order and it just doesn't matter. Thinking now that I've done that in white, I'm like, well, maybe I should have done it in a different color. But the nice thing is that we can just
You can come back and do it different.
exactly. I can just go and redefine it. Kind of doesn't show up very nice, does it? Just like a peachy. I'm like, okay, if I'm doing these, I get better. Well, I don't need to be careful because the nice thing about these, especially these moonlight, I always want to say moon glow, is that they go over other things. Except, well, this isn't going over the pink so well, so that's okay. But yeah, you can always go back over and redo. Maybe I'll fill in those mookas with a different color. Okay. Then I try to hit the steps in some kind of an order. And the nice thing is that really the first three kind of need to be done in that order so that way you get the effect. But everything else, it doesn't matter. And even at that, it still doesn't have to matter. Because you could fill this in and not cover up the stems of the mooka and just end up different. And it's end up different and good. Right. So then I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna fill this in, but I'm gonna fill this in with this pink. Oh yeah, look at that, covers everything right up. I have to say, I think the key to the gel pens is to use them.
How unique. What a unique idea.
Isn't that a neat idea? I was like, oh, look at how juicy this one is. Well, it's because it's fairly new. Like if I don't just, buy them and hold on to them for years.
Saving them for special.
Yeah. Hi, Mel. Well, and thank you, Jen, also, and Joe too. That's my aim in life is to make the tangles so that way everybody can do them, even if you don't like them. It's like, all right, well, I know how to do it and I'm happy with that. And I don't ever need to do it again. And I'm happy with that. It's all right. We'll
I
put
like
some
that theory.
Oh, you'll hate the one that is going to be on Friday.
I don't do those. I might look at them, but I never do them. That's why I'm always so surprised when you do the Razamatanga. Oh, that's a neat one. I never saw that before because I don't do Heather's Daily Tangles.
Well,
I know your feelings are hurt.
no. No, but here's a sneak peek so that way then you'll know not to even look.
Oh, I'm not looking. It's definitely not for me.
Uh,
I sometimes I look at them and think, where in the world does she find these things?
I search high and low. And because of Razamatanga, I'm also making sure to change things up a little bit so that way we don't have all flowers or all, so that way there's a little back and forth.
Right. That's good.
Oh, Kalina, you save them to your Pinterest board for inspiration later. That's a good idea. I have a Pinterest board that I created. Let's get that wispy there. It's hard to get a wispy line with these. Well, this is a 10. With tangles to try, ones that I see, I'm like, oh, this looks like it's Tough Tangle Tuesday worthy. Okay. And then usually it's the search for, okay, well, who did this one? Because sometimes the way some pins, depending on who's pinning them, and some of that is the fault of whoever did the tangle to not put their name on it. Gee whiz, I tell you. It's like,
How dare they?
yeah, it's just, there was one where it was like, I know because I found the actual work and it was kind of at the bottom so I could see where it could kind of get clipped off, but and then and it's not like they don't don't put it in the comments because Pinterest is really it's like Colina has here. It's your board for your inspiration for you to remember later. That's what it's supposed to be for. I know some people seem to take offense. Oh, my stuff's being posted without, like, well, it's kind of how that thing works, except that you get to share it with everybody. And then I'm like, put your name on your work. Make it a little difficult. Then says I use snipping tool and a file and a Zentangle file on your computer. Oh, okay. Then you can see the content when you search, or I can search by date saved. Oh, because I like bookmark things. I'll have to look up what a snipping is if it's something similar. I've heard the term before.
I'm lost at snipping tool.
Like scissors. Oh goodness. Now. Lots of room. Oh, as well. I'm like, why am I having trouble deciding where to put the stem part? It's like, this is up. No, but I did do it on the side. So let's go from here. And then from here. Yes. Oh, I see. It's like a screenshot. Oh, okay. Yeah, and you know what? And it's probably easier. Like when I do a screenshot, I do a screenshot. Oh, maybe that would make things easy. Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out, and because maybe that'd be easier on the especially if it saves them. Does it save them without you having to name them? Might make our screenshots easier at the end. All right. Just made some room. Thing. So. Oop. No, but before I play more, let's do Border of Zen. Oh, you have to create a name and oh, okay, gotcha. It sounds like maybe it's better than the way I have to do it, where do certain key combination on the keyboard, and then I have to put it into Paint, and then name it. And I have room. I think I can put it all up there, and there's the. I like your green. I think I'm going to copy your idea.
What? What
The
do
green.
you
I
have?
like all of the perfing on yours.
Oh, yeah, I just had fun with that. I just
Yeah.
got carried away. And I was using the Sharpie marker thing, and
Yeah.
it's just the bullet one, and just dabbing dots. I'm using the Posca, Uniposca colored
Yeah.
pencils. What was so special about those again? I
Well, we
don't.
thought that,
Oh,
Antonia likes them, but we thought that they were oil and wax, but then come
right,
to
like
find out that they're just oil. But they do seem to be a little better,
yeah, I
or they're
like them.
different than the other oil ones that we got.
Right.
They seem a little juicier. Do you like that roller coaster, Joe? Yes.
You have to sign a declaration before you get on it.
Yes.
I won't sue anybody if I get killed.
Right. Or if somebody behind you Ralph's and you ends up on you. And and I was finding the key to this one also is making sure to leave at least a little bit of room for those flux shapes. Kept doing it, and I get all carried away with the spiral, and I was like, oh no. And I think like when I do print tops, I usually start it from the inside. So then I have control of how far and how big I want to take it. It's just because mostly because I wasn't thinking. Why would I want to do that? Though I should bring some supplies, because we might have a impromptu tangle. Oh, let's see. And this one I found flipping it upside down is not necessarily good unless you can remember which side to do it on. I was tempted to do it on the wrong side, as if there's a right or a wrong, you know. I should bring the Gwen Frostic book that I just resurfaced and that I bought when we were there, and I bought you one too because
Yeah.
I had this great notion of adding tangles to the work that she already has in there.
Ah, I just came across mine just the other day
Oh,
too.
did you? You're like, why did she give me this?
It's still blank. I'm saving it for special.
Yeah, me too. I love that idea of end this. Oh, let's see, wait a minute. End it here. We'll end it with a spiral. Then here we'll need one. And oh, I guess I have to go a little further. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, Lynn. We will see you later. Glad you joined in. Okay, there's that. And okay, we'll use the same. Yeah, it would be silly to not use the same color. Well, maybe the orbs will do something different. All right, fit them in these little teeny spaces that I made. Takes extra concentration, apparently. I'm like, wait. Then I'm thinking, probably could have done that with a green pen. Although this, I mean, it looks very nice. I'm not. Wasn't accounting for the thickness of this. At least it's a 6 and not a 10. They're doing good on time. It helps when I have my stuff together. No, yeah, extra technical issues. Oh, the flux part. Yes, yes. Here, I'll do it bigger on the back. So the flux, it's a teardrop orb. I've heard Maria called it a tethered orb. And it's just, so I'm starting here and coming out. And I like to kind of curve it in a little bit. But so if you have the spiral, and here, so let's see, let me turn it this way. See, that's where it's coming off of. So then I put this part right in here, and then I come out from it and then swoop it in like that. And sometimes I end up tracing over, sometimes not so much. And then, you know, that new little crevice is created, and here's another one. This is Rick's version of flux, and it's, you know, it starts out just like that, and you can, you know, do it however you want. You can have them flopping over like this, that. And then the best thing in the whole wide world, in my opinion, is the line dot dot that you put at the end. Because see how this one looks really icky? I was like, we'll just put this nice little line dot dot in there, and then you just don't notice that it's weird shaped. Or, I mean, there's other things you can do. You can do a line and one dot, a line and an orb. Like this, it could be got like an open little orb. Up to you. Oh, and thank you. I'm glad that you asked. Yeah, I was having trouble getting them to hug around something, and I think there was another tangle. I don't think it was one of yours, Deb. There was oh, maybe it was. I don't. There was another one that where we were kind of hugging the flux around it, and I was having such a heck of a time with it. I just know for me, going out first and then in seems to
I
help.
think it was that, oh, I want to make this with the gem in the
Oh,
center.
I think you're right, Joe. I think you're right. We gotta find another one that we want to. Oh, actually, I do have one, but it's not necessarily a tangle. It's a project. Someday. I think you're right there. Yeah, Pua. Yes. And there's probably several that are like that, but that I was thinking it was one of Deb's too. That where it was hugging around. Oh yeah, and that is it. And once I got the hang of it, I was like, oh, that's just so pretty. I think that's where my brain sometimes mantras will happen. This is which is like, oh, look for the crevice, start it there, go from the outside in. Oh, look at it, we have a new crevice. Then rinse and repeat. See. Yeah, you know what, Leslie, this does kind of look like a trumpet flower also. Yeah. Trumpet flower trumpeting. Yes. I think I have to make these. I might have to go over those the little fescues with this pen. Maybe I should do that now because they're not very visible. And I was thinking I might color in those Mookas. I don't know yet. I have a lot of flux to add, and we have 10-minute warning just because I was looking at the clock. Not to steal it from anyone else that likes to give the warning.
Who might that be?
Oh, we have several. That's so helpful. Ah, there's Luna. Hi, Luna. Thank you, Lisa. I have to be careful. I usurp that. Oh no, Luna. It's just because I looked at the clock and because I didn't have to calculate anything. And Leslie says, "There we go. There you go, Luna. Yeah, 9 minutes." Leslie says, "Let's all ignore the warning, and then we can go on and on and on." Yes.
Without Heather.
Yeah. If I didn't have to go somewhere, I do think that would be fun sometime. We have a Tangle marathon. This is the whole thing of do it bigger than you think. I'll be here all day. But it's at the same time it's like, but it doesn't matter because it's fun. So this will probably end up a homework piece. Let me throw some shading in here just because. Just because. Oh, let's see. And because I used color, I'm gonna use color. Oh, where? I know I bought a pink General's pencil because I couldn't find one. And I know I had one. Now I can't find it again. Ah. And I actually picked up all of my things. Well, at least in one area. It could be somewhere else. Oh, but I have the concrete snapper. Or I could
Where'd
use
you go?
All right.
Sound
Oh,
like
did I sound far away? I was on the other side of my mic.
Sound like you went to the next county.
I was looking for a pink, but I think this will, that'll work just fine. Probably more than fine. So, I'm gonna put some, I'm substituting this for graphite. I was already thinking I was going to redefine these green fescues with something else, maybe. I don't know. Oh, Leslie, it's the same flower. This is Mooka Pua. And if I, oh, well, this does. And then I'll have to be on a quest later to find where on earth. It seemed like I ordered one and then I found the one that I had. And now I can't find either one of them. They're off playing somewhere. That has to be what it is. Ooh, I like this. And I like using the pastels because I can just treat it like the graphite. I already know how to use that. I think I'll add some white in the middle, of course, because you kind of have to. Ooh. Neat, neat, neat. And let me decided that I needed to have my Mookas have a bit of a shadow. I did that after the fact on the one I did yesterday. I think it looked neat. All right. Yeah, I'm going to totally have to be redoing some lines. Well, and I should, well, just go with the same. That way. I was thinking to save myself from having to find my Tortillion that is reserved for the white, but it's like no. You still need to spread it out. You need to smooth it out, make it all pretty. Boy, does that make a difference. Except when you use it near another color, it kind of then that color gets on here, so now it's no longer reserved for white. Oh,
That's okay.
the trials and tribulations. Yeah. All right, 2 minutes and counting. Oh, let's put this on this side. Really use a sharpening. Green. They go outside the lines, and I don't like that. Oh, look at the other side of the tortilla. Picked it up just fine. There we go. All right. That's right, Leslie. Leslie says, but your trials and tribulations help the rest of us in knowing, one, mistakes happen, and two, many times you can turn them around to not be mistakes. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, so neat. All right, share time. Wow, that's so unique, Joe. Whoa. All right, I might be having to pack all of these. Oh, these are so neat. Look at what Jacqueline did. Right, so yeah, Luna, somebody, I think Carla said show and ah, and we were like, who said that first? And we thought it was you. Oh, it looks like we have 2 pages, so I'm thinking it was this, and all right, how many do we have on page 2? 2. Oh, good. Okay. Keep opening the webcam so that way I know at least that everybody's is open and I can take, even if it's not done. Oh, these are amazing. All right. Just stop shifting. So we'll call it for, if yours is on, great. If not, just pause and pause the typing too for just a moment. And we'll hold them up again. Wait, Jacqueline, you're driving. All right, let me take this quick before she gets an accident.
I hope she's riding and not driving.
Probably. We're going to assume that. All right, let me get to page 2. And I got them all. Woo! Oh my gosh. It's so fun. All right, let me save this and let me not do what I just did. Okay, there we go. And where are we? We're here. One here, I can share my screen while I'm saving that. Take mine off. There we go. There we all right. Oh, just amazing. Jen, yours looks like a fancy, I mean, we call them tiles probably for the purpose of they're tiles, but that would be, you know, neat as an actual pretty. Oops. I think I listed yesterday's AM PM one as AM because I like to be confused. All right, got that saved. Let me do. There we go. Okay, so here's the second page. I shall remember. Okay, we'll start here since it's here.
I love what
Heather's-
Rosemary did with that the
Oh,
loopity,
yes.
making it look like ribbon.
Oh my gosh, what a great idea. Wow. Wow, wow. So pretty. And I like how Rosemary's, well, you know what? And Tedra kind of did the same thing, where all of the Mooka are coming from like one stem from the center, where I have mine separate. It's a neat idea. Then they can kind of stand up a little taller.
I don't know what you mean. I'll have to wait
No,
and
see,
look.
yeah, see how it's coming from one place
Oh,
in the
yes.
center
I
versus
like that
having it.
better.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it again.
Yes. Oh, actually, you know what? I can fix mine somewhat
You can
because
make it. Yeah.
I can instead of having them just like floating in the middle, if I just draw them and I had to refix the line anyway,
Mm-hmm. You
I
could,
can
yeah,
just
draw them together.
draw them down to the front edge of the first pool that you draw around.
Yeah. Now, also looking at the wispy lines around the edges on both of them, and they're just neat. I like how. Let me just look. Because Tedra's, I like the different angles of the curve, and that really makes a difference
Yep,
in them.
I like it
And
much
yeah,
better.
and Rosemary too. So neat, and I like all the extra pearls and stuff. And I like Tedra's background. I mean, this too. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just a hint of a background,
mm-hmm,
but it's there.
so clever. All right, let us go to the page one. So neat. Yeah, and Tedra's cornice too. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
scoop it
that's
up
so
a little.
amazing. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and then Sam back to Jen's. Yeah, and see, yeah. Well, let's see if anybody else was channeling each other, having them come out. I mean, it's just like it works both ways, which is what's extra fun. Oh, just so
Oh,
neat.
you haven't got me, I think.
Oh, yep, right here. Here you are. Yeah, third, right in the middle of the top row. Yeah, yeah. I said anyone else if we missed, and thank you, Imelda. You know, feel free to email it to me, or if you're in the group, you know, post it in the group. It'd be great. But yeah, I love Jen's. Just Tony. And okay, and so she aura'd around the outside of the vase.
Oh.
That oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yes.
And look at how
But
tight that is.
but
Jen, you
Jen,
are amazing.
you have to go back and because you didn't put any of those little orbs in.
Oh, well, maybe she didn't want them.
And that's probably why she didn't put them in there or she didn't want to.
And I like the whole composition is just so neat.
Hmm.
So neat. And Antonia, look at what she did. Look at she did with the extra Mooka on the side here.
Oh, yes. It just, again, it's a little touch that finishes it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just that little touch.
Yeah, that is so neat. Yeah, and the little, you know, little extra fluxes here at the bottom. Oh, so clever. And Beatrice, nice job. Oh, and we'll
Yeah.
say, and going back to Antonia's, Yeah, she aura'd, it looks like the Mooka Pua, the outside. And
Yes.
that's a nice effect.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Beatrice, nicely
It
done
looks
there.
like she has her 3 mookas going to one spot too. So does
Mm-hmm.
Brianna.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's me.
Yep.
But I changed mine. I made mine come to one spot down
Did
at the
you?
bottom of the thing.
Oh,
And I like it much better.
yeah. Yeah. It's just a neat idea. And Felicity, that looks like a prep tile. Neat.
If it isn't, she did a lot of work.
Nice. And I like the bits coming in, the wispy lines. It almost looks like maybe you had some rounding or something because it looks like it's more curvy than maybe it is. Oh, let's see. Oh, did Jen have to? Bye, Jen. We'll see you next week. Okay. Oh, and Sharon says, "Oh, you think that's because something shifted right as I was right before I did it." And I thought, well, we'll just have to go. But yeah, just post it and we'll see it. Lovely. And Deb's, that's gorgeous. And someone said, "Well, it better be because it's her thing, right?"
And see how she has her fluxes on the border
Mm.
almost separated by an orb. They don't look like they're growing out of each other. It looks like a separate little chain,
It
like a
almost does.
flux shape and an
Yeah.
orb, a flux shape and an orb.
But I wonder if that's also like if you depending on how you tuck them in and how wide how wide, I guess. But yeah.
And I like that she has it on her stem. See her stem coming
Uh-huh.
up?
Oh yeah.
Cute, cute.
Very cute. And oh my gosh, Dee, home today, gone tomorrow. Where are you going? But
You
look at
just
that.
got back. Did you have time to even do laundry now?
Oh, bye, Antonia. Dee, it looks like Pangea
It does.
for the perimeter, and then just turning the inside. Which great idea. Oh, and the bars on the just so neat, Diane. Look at Christine had a different idea on the making the Mooka even more of the star.
Mm-hmm.
What a neat idea. And really, and yours, would you say if we made the center bigger, it's like a Mooka dip. It's like they're all dipping their toe
Yep.
in the
Exploding
pool.
from it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, she did one on top of another. Okay. That made me think of that. Neat. And Inez,
For a minute, I thought she was using one of Melg's paper plates.
me too. Look at that border. Oh
So
my
close to
gosh.
the edge.
Wow. Wow. That is neat. Listen, I can't wait to see when you post it, to see it up close and personal. That is very neat. We could start designing the edges of plates. How
Yes,
do we get into that?
and a whole tile, and a whole greeting card.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then this it would be the center. Huh. And Jacqueline, look at that.
Nice tribute.
Yes. Very, very neat. And and actually because I think was it Leslie brought up that they look like trumpet vine, and Jacqueline's really looks like makes me
Yes.
think of trumpet vine.
Yeah.
Very cool. And Jean, nice. And I like the color around the edge. That's a fun thing to do. So neat. You know something, and actually something on jeans is making me think. You know, you could do the little thing where you have the fold over, maybe even. You know, where you put a little curve line or you know, a C shape, one way or the other to make it look like the petal is curved. And then we have Joe. That's amazing. That is really. It makes me think. I don't know why it makes me think of a portal, or you know, like in a ship turned into a frame. Okay, Inez. Well, I'm glad that you're here, and stay tuned. I'll put a note on the Facebook page, but stay tuned on the YouTube channel because the PM session from yesterday is going to premiere. So if you need an extra dose, there you go. And I hope that we helped bring your spirits up and stuff.
Yeah, I was wondering too, Joe, what did you use to color yours? Because it's very nice.
Yeah. Oh, and I see that he also did a little corner here. I see one started here. Oh, I can maybe it's just the light
The colors, okay. Just colored pencils.
Prismacolors. Oh, very nice. And then Karen Martin. Oh, hers
It
too.
looks lace almost,
Yeah,
or eyelet. It looks like I mean, I'm sitting back, but it looks very eyelet-y.
yeah. Very neat. And I think it just depends on how thick we make that stem that makes it look like trumpet vine. I like it. She's all coming out in the center. And there's Mal with her signature faces on the Mooka. Oh, very cool. Love it. And oh, look at that bee tweed on her stem.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice idea. And Leisha did something. Well, it looks like it could be just maybe a zigzag on the
Yeah,
stem, but
at first I thought she did it on her leaves, but I think it's just aligned with, you know, with aligned with lines, but it looks
yeah,
very similar. And her little curlicues are so tight.
oh,
Actually, Deb's were too. No, not quite.
yeah.
But they look like roses.
Oh
The
yes,
little
yeah.
curlicues almost look like a little rosebud or something because they're so
Mm,
tight.
yeah, that is neat. Beautiful. And then Kalina, wow, look at that. Whoops, move that. That is amazing. It looks like a prep tile, obviously.
Yes, and that one really looks like a trumpet vine because the the trumpet part is the same. You know, she utilized the color that was on the page, and it looks
Yeah,
it's, you know, not a stem, it's part of the flower.
right, right. Neat.
And
And then Kathy, oh my
now
God.
there's a greeting card one.
Yeah. And look at
I
it. I
like
mean,
I like the one falling off the edge.
yeah, yeah,
So cute. And she's got the shading makes them look so dimensional.
yeah. It's just gorgeous.
Plus the vase has a beautiful
Vase in it.
vase.
The vase has the vase.
Yeah, the vase has
Oh, just beautiful, beautiful work. And Karen Maxey. Wow, look at that.
trying to see her. What did you do on the borders, Karen? Those lines. How did you say if I
I don't know if you can make this bigger or not.
no, it doesn't.
It looks like just orbs.
Orbs on a
Hello.
wiggly line,
Yeah.
kind of. But
Yeah.
I like the way she used the bars coming out, um, just a spray.
Yeah. Did we
Go
miss
from
Brianna up at the top?
What?
Did we miss talking about Brianna's up at the top? We did. Sorry, Brianna. Yours is lovely. Because I
Oh,
just saw she enjoys all this time. I'm like, wait a minute. How did we? Or we might have mentioned. I don't know. I like the color just to skip up at the top because I don't think I mentioned because I was looking at.
Is that last night's that's underneath hers?
Oh,
Or is that
maybe.
one
Or
that she
did you
did
get two
before that?
done? Wow.
It almost looks like she did an overlap drawing. You know, did one on a tile, and as if the tile were laying on top of it, because
Oh.
there's no sharp edge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Karen's Maxie said multiple lines with orbs. Okay.
Orbs. Well, that's neat.
Yeah, but I like the way you have the bars coming off, just spiraling off the main center. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. It just making it a fragment. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that on the one from yesterday. That's as far as I got. Was like, oh, that'd be neat. That was it.